All right, so we've got a pretty cool project here that is for the Grand Prix. So Sportsnet have contacted us to do a wrap on an S5000, which looks similar to an F1 car. The car's going to be displayed at Crown for a function over the Grand Prix weekend. The client, Sportsnet, has asked us to do a wrap on it. We've done a deal with them, which we're going to be wrapping it in Wrap Studio branding, and it's going to sit on display. So we've done a design for the car with our brand on it, with Sportsnet's brand on it, and a few other companies like Gary Rogers Motorsport, which are supplying the car. You'll see the transformation on how we do it. We're using some chromes and we're doing some digital prints and some overlays. We're gonna highlight the car by using the existing carbon fiber. The whole car has got carbon fiber panels on it, and carbon fiber can look really cool when it's like utilized quite well. So we're gonna keep some of the car in carbon fiber, and we're gonna wrap the other half in some Metamark product. So you'll see how that works. A little bit tricky because there is some really harsh curves to it. There's some chassis components like suspensions, arms, mirrors, and those types of things that get in the way. So we will pull some of that off and we will keep some of them on. Come along for the ride and you'll see the transformation of it. But it's a pretty unique car. So we will also be using this car at Melbourne Motor Show, because we have a display at Melbourne Motor Show. So this car will be on our display, so people can come check it out and see the car in real life. So let's see how it turns out. All this down here stays carbon, okay?
Yeah, right, okay.
So what we'll potentially do is it will be from this highlight there, yep, and then we'll kind of work out a point with knifeless tape and then bring it down. Yep. And then all that stays carbon effectively. Logos go on there. That logo just goes on here, okay? Right, so here we're gonna map out our line that goes along the whole car. This stuff here is called knifeless tape. So we put this down first, and what it is there's a little pink string in it. So once we wrap the car over the string, we pull the string through and it cuts the vinyl. So it means we don't have to cut on the car, and it means when we pinstripe it, it's nice and straight. So the line will come up here and go down that body line and head down there. So you'll see it once it's put on, and when we wrap it, it will get peeled off and cut the line. That top section here, we'll probably do it from there. We'll veer it and then go up. That's there stays carbon. So all that there gets wrapped. We'll work out something through here. We'll probably wrap maybe that green if we've got enough. And then effectively, we'll probably take this off, but it will avoid this, but it's easy to take off because it'll just be in our way.
Yeah.
But if we're following that line, we could nearly follow like that. And I reckon bring it down. So I've made it avoid all this. There's just a logo there.